The first thing to do in order to clone and modify a 3D photo masking application via micropasts is to set up a GitHub account. Now, GitHub is a platform for collaborative coding which enables version control. This means that all the changes that are made to the code as you go along in your coding practices are tracked. And it also means you can ask collaborators for help to solve issues and clone and modify copies of the repositories that already exist on a project account and are publicly shared. To do this, you need to go to github.com. You see here the page. Sign up for an account and then log into it. Here we go. Now, you will also need, in order to code using Git, either you will be able to code using Git via your terminal, so running commands directly via the terminal, or you will need to use a desktop version of GitHub. And in this tutorial, we will choose the second route. So you will need to download GitHub desktop. And to do that, you need to go to desktop.github.com and download the version of GitHub Desktop that you need, so Windows 7 or iOS. Once you have installed GitHub Desktop, you are ready to clone the code of an existing 3D photo masking application so that you can then modify it and adapt it for the photo masking of your own object. Remember, we said that crowdsourcing templates, including the 3D photo masking one on micropasts, are modular and easily adaptable. To clone the code of an existing 3D photo masking application, go to the micropasts project page on GitHub. And then, once you've done this, you need to search, well, first of all, here you will find all the code that powers micropasts. So if you scroll, you will see all the repos that we've been creating since 2014. What you need for this tutorial is to find a repository that contains the code of a recent 3D photo masking application so that you can clone it and adapt it. In this case, we can, for example, use the code developed for the photo masking of an object housed at Museo Egizio in Turin, and therefore we need a repository called Museo Egizio 1 app. Once you have found the Museo Egizio 1 app, click on it. So you visualize the entire web page. Then you will need to click on the green button, clone and download, in order to clone this application. And choose the Open Desktop option. At this point, you will then be asked for a place where you want to save the code. And I would suggest creating a repo in the desktop, in the documents folder, and actually creating a second folder in this document folder called GitHub. So all your code will now be saved there. Once you have cloned a copy of the photo masking application Museo Egizio app, you will need to create a repo for the new application that you are developing. The subsequent step, in fact, will be to copy-paste locally on your computer's all the files contained in the Museo Egizio app repo into a new repo that you will have created, and then make the necessary changes. To create a new repo for your application, which we will call IRAC Mortar 2, you need to go again to the github.com/micropasts webpage. And click on the plus button. Then choose New Repository and write in the name of your new repository. You can leave the public, the default viewing option set to public, and tick the option Initialize this repository with a README. This option will allow you to create a repo that already has a so-called README file inside, where you will write the metadata that explains what your repo is, who developed it and how, under what licenses and for what uses. Once you've done this, click on Clone or Download, and then choose the Open Desktop option. And then again save in your GitHub folder, which is in the Documents folder. And once you've done this, you'll see that locally you have two repositories within the GitHub folder. One is your empty IRAC Mortar 2 folder, and the other is the cloned Museo Egizio 1 app. What you want to do at this point is to go to the folder where the repos are stored locally. So again, this is GitHub, and here we can see them through the GitHub desktop. And copy all the files contained in Museo Egizio 1 app, except for the README, and then paste them inside the IRAC Mortar 2 folder. You can open Museo Egizio, the Finder. You can copy everything with the only exception of the README. And paste. In IRAC Mortar 2. Now, if you go back to your GitHub desktop and click on your IRAC Mortar 2 repo, here, you should see that GitHub has tracked the additions and changes that you've made. And this is what version control means in practice. So you're tracking changes made by developers so they can be reviewed. Now that you have the files that power a 3D photomasking application, you will need to adapt them so that they suit the photomasking of your own object, which is a mortar from Iraq and found in the context of excavations undertaken by the University of Munich rather than an Egyptian box housed at the Museo Egizio in Turin. To know how to do this, you first need to know what files are inside the repo and what they're useful for. So the IRAC Mortar 2 repo contains the following files. Let's open it again in the Finder. You have requirements.txt, these are the requirements around the application. Template.html, this is useful to enable review for every task and to deal with the data of the answers. tutorial.html, this is a file to show the tutorial that guides users in the completion of photomasking tasks. README, which is a markdown file that contains metadata about the repo. Long description, another markdown file that contains the description of the application that will appear on the MicroPasts crowdsourcing website. Project JSON, authors, copying, and results.html.